Hey everybody, I hope you all are doing well and welcome back. And today we are doing a very special video. We took a little bit of a road trip, but we've been planning to do it for quite some time. But we are here in Las Vegas, both the wife and I, because they have some amazing whiskeys out here in Las Vegas. And I'm sure you've seen some shorts already, and you'll get a chance to see the long form wonders, which we're going to be putting out here in the not too distant future. But today we're going to do a video that we've been planning for quite some time, because over the last couple of years, presumably because of the Japanese whiskey craze going into full swing and so many new people jumping into the whiskey world, myself and the wife included, one company, Suntory, has seen a meteoric rise in their US market with their whiskeys like the Hakushus and like the Yamazakis and like the Hibikis, all which can be found, at least to a lesser degree, at Costco. Now, if you've been watching our channel for quite some time, you will have seen that we've been collecting our fair share of Suntory whiskey, and today we're going to be trying out 4 of the top ones that we have, all side by side. Specifically, the Yamazaki 12, as well as the Hakushu 12, and then for the first time ever, because we have never tried it yet, we've been saving it for this, the Yamazaki 18, as well as the Hakushu 18. So we're going to try them all out, stack them up side by side, and see really who comes out of this Royal Rumble on top. Now, before we get to the video, if you like these videos, if you like the wanders, and if you like the hauls, and if you like the reviews, and the unbottlings, the unboxings, and the tastings, and really all the amazing stuff that we have cooking up for you, and we got tons of amazing stuff cooking up for you, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really does help the channel to grow, and we are so thankful for that.
Thank you.
But also, you get notifications when our newest videos come out on Sundays and sometimes in between. All right, now, let's get down to the video. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna start off with the youngest, and we'll do it by age. Start with the youngest and then work our way up to the oldest. And first up today, we're gonna start with probably one of the most popular, the most well-known, and probably one of the quickest ones to sell off the shelf at Costco, the Yamazaki 12. The Yamazaki 12 is, again, one of our favorites and really kind of a general crowd pleaser overall. It's one that most people who are in the Japanese whiskey world really like, at least here in the US, and you can see that on there, over there. And it's probably because, 1, it is not peated, 2, it has a very nice, kind of gentle, sweet palate, and 3, it is not overpowering as far as ABV goes, at 43%. Let's get this one turned over here, so it's nice, evenly distributed. And get this off if I can do this in a timely manner. And of course, with these whiskeys, there is no pop because they are twist-off tops. So, you know, thanks, Suntory. Nah. All right, let's get a little bit of juice here. Oh, yeah. All right, so now we got to pour it out. Oh, smells good. Let's get a little nose on there, and I will let you go first, ladies, first there. The price on this one that we got, we actually bought this one at the old Costco prices, so at $99.99, which was at for multiple years. But right now, if you are looking to buy this one, you know, it's going to be around $140 to $150, somewhere in between there, depending on which Costco and where you're at. So let me get a little bit of nose on here.
It was not even back in the day. It was like last year.
I mean, back in the day, like last year. Good caramel, definite sweetness, no ABV at all.
No ABV, yeah.
Definitely no ABV.
It's almost like you entering a bakery.
Yeah, it does kind of have like a sugary, bakery, almost like yeastiness to it. All right, so that's the nose. We're gonna let that one open up for a little bit, and we're gonna move on to if my lovely assistant could help me there. Thank you. So we're gonna move on next to one of the ones that I am most excited about, which is going to be this Yamazaki 18. Ta-da! Now the Yamazaki 18, this one specifically actually is the 700 centiliter version because we got it in Europe maybe a couple months ago. I don't remember. Is it 2 years already? We got this one in Europe for I think it was around 750 euros, somewhere around there. Comes out to about $800.
Which is way
USD.
Way more than we normally pay for Costco.
Which is way more than you would buy it at Costco. I think at Costco it's like $400, $500 maybe.
I think 500 out the door.
Yeah, after tax. But there is no tax on it, but you know, still not a justification. So let's get this one open. I'm almost giddy about it. I'm very excited. Let's get this one open and get a nose on this one. This bad boy open. All right, so let's get a, no pop, open. Get a glass, get some juice. Oh. Swirl, get a nose on that.
Look at the color.
Oh.
You can already see the difference.
I don't know. Can you really see the difference?
Yeah,
in the color?
I'm
Let's
sitting
see.
over here. I can see the difference.
Look at that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is a big, hairy difference.
Only 6 years.
I mean, 6 years is a big difference. It's basically the difference between freshman and senior, or graduated from high school, college maybe, for some. Maybe how long it takes. All right, if you want to get a little bit of nose on that while I'm opening up the Yamazaki 12, or the Hakushu 12.
Sure. The floral is gone.
Really?
I mean, if you compare, that's a way more floral.
Wow, that is a lot deeper though. That difference of 6 years
Yeah,
really
yeah.
makes it, it kind of bleeds off some of that spunkiness.
But the
that you
floral's
get in there.
gone.
The floral's gone.
I
Just
mean,
tastes-
not like 100% gone, but compared to 12
Yeah.
is way more floral.
You know what
like
it smells
young
like?
and
Is it smells like the syrup on top of the flan. Like when you get the flan and there's like the
you mean cream caramel?
well, it's like the syrup that's left over afterwards. Is really what it smells like. All right, let's go move on to the Hakushu 12. And the Hakushu 12 is one. And first of all, it is obviously a sibling to the Yamazaki 12. It is usually my favorite over the Yamazaki. I know I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but the Hakushu typically is my favorite because I am a huge fan of peated whiskey. I would definitely call myself a member of the peat mob. And the Hakushu 12 is a peated Japanese whiskey, which is relatively rare.
Oh, careful.
There's not a ton of peated Japanese whiskey. We got this one at Costco for $99.99. Again, in the pre Suntory price hike environment, so $99.99.
And if you want to watch the Suntory price hike, we have a video on that.
Yeah, in fact, if you want to see the video on the Suntory price hike, the prices and their increases for Suntory, which are pretty egregious
At Costco.
at Costco, or really anywhere, but we're doing specifically on Costco. We did a video for that. I'll put it up somewhere around here. Let's get this one open. Get a nose on this one. Oh, the color is way different. It's almost like more
Champagne.
very straw-y.
It's like champagne
I
color.
think, how do they describe it here? They describe it as champagne gold.
Oh, see? Right on, baby.
All right, here you go. Let's if you want to nose that one, give it the old nose. Oh, that's not the face of.
No, it smells like one of your cologne. No.
Yeah, it sounds like it's handsome man cologne.
No. This is like almost like a deja vu.
Let me see here. This is one of the clones you like or one of the clones you don't like?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's there. I see that.
It's like men's cologne.
It smells very musky, like
Yeah,
man
yeah.
musky.
But I don't get that much peaty though. It's
No,
a
it's-
little bit. If you compare to Scotch, like Lagavulin,
Sure.
like Ardbeg,
Yeah,
or
it's no peat
like
monster.
or like what's it called, Lafroy.
Yeah, Lafroy. No, it's
No,
not.
this
on
is
that.
like the babies.
You get a lot more salt in it as well. I get way more brine than I did with the Yamazaki 12.
Look at the color.
Yeah, and the colors.
I guess
mean,
you can't really.
can't really see it because it's here, but the colors are pretty vastly
lighter,
different.
yeah.
Yeah,
Lighter, way
yeah.
for sure.
So champagne gold. All right. Last up, and the one that I am the most excited for sure. And I've been staring at this thing on the bottle, on the bar, for quite some time. But like one day I'm gonna be drinking. Yeah, is the Hakushu 18. Yeah, this one actually was the one that took us the longest to get.
Yes.
Yeah, it was,
Because the price was not right, and then
and then it wouldn't show up that often. And when it did show up, people were swooping in on it pretty quickly. So we only recently got this one at Costco. So yeah, I'm sure we're gonna put out a wander for it here in the not so distant future. But that is the Hakushu 18, and there's not really much more to say about it than the Hakushu 12, other than the fact that it is 6 years older. And I think that that's really gonna allow for a lot of the nuances that get brushed over in the younger version, in the older version. So let's get this one situated here, twisted on both sides, and get the 18 open. Just get this one open and get a little bit of juice here. Get it on the nose. Just a little extra work. Just gonna drink it down. If you wanna sniff that. Similar, different, better, worse,
I
older?
don't know. I mean, obviously I can taste the odor, almost like a woody, the barrel smell. But why do I smell plastic?
It's like plastic or like Band-Aid or like
Plastic.
beach ball?
Yeah, beach ball.
Ooh. Maybe because it's a neck pour.
Let's wait a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's you
A
sniff.
little bit of time. So let's set these aside, and then we can start doing the palate here. On the,
No. You want to sniff first. Finish the nose, man. You haven't done the nose.
Oh, definitely is more subtle for sure, but I get that plastic sound.
Yeah, for some reason.
It smells like really really cheap lip balm sort of
No,
plastic.
to me it's like
waxy.
when you open a plastic wrap, like a thin plastic wrap. Say it's a box of iPhone. You know the new iPhone.
Yeah.
That plastic. It's that kind of
Ooh, that's a
plastic.
nice sound. All right, are you ready? Are you ready to get to the palate?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with the Yamazaki 12, and then we'll go to Yamazaki 18, then Hakushu 12, and Hakushu 18.
Yes.
All right. So let me get a little bit of palate here.
The usual.
I like that it's relatively well balanced, right? You don't get tons of ABV on there. You get a lot of sweetness for sure. You get a light wood. So I don't know if you've ever had like water that's been in like a wooden trough or something like that, but it has like a wood flavor that comes like that.
I like the fact that there's not quite the burn.
There's a little bit of burn though.
Just a little
There's
bit,
definitely a little
but
bit. The ABV is definitely there, but that 43% I think is just right for it. I guess when we try the 100th anniversary and we try with a little bit higher ABV
For the 18.
for the 18, we'll see how that affects it. But
If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the 100-year anniversary video.
that's right. So that is the Yamazaki 12. Yeah, and it has a nice lingering finish. That finish kind of sits there for a little while. All right, let's enough talking about that. Let's get to the 18 here. So
Careful, please.
Let's try the Yamazaki 18. Oh man,
Is it 6 year better?
it's definitely 6 years better. It's less sweet though. It actually is less sweet.
Ooh, it has more kick to it. It had more kick but less burn. Is that weird?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like you can definitely taste the alcohol, but you don't get as much burn on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't dislike that.
Woodsy.
Very, very woodsy. I like that. The finish is much longer, way longer.
I get a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the wood,
Yeah.
but like a smoke.
No, I'm not getting any smoke on it. You know what it is? It almost has like a pipe tobacco.
Maybe
Kinda
that's
smell to it.
maybe
Yeah.
that's the smoke.
Yeah, it's got
yeah.
like an aromatic smoke.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's good.
That is good. I can see why people bum rush it. Is it good enough to camp overnight for? I don't know, but it's pretty good. I can see why people were into it. Is it
But, like,
$1,000 good? I don't know about that.
But when we were saying that it's woodsy, it's wood, but I don't think it's as wood for the bourbon drinker. You know the bourbon when there's the characters that we say this is woodsy.
Yeah, it's definitely
not
different.
It's not that
Yeah.
kind of wood. If you're expecting that kind of wood, you will not get in here.
Yeah.
Does it make sense though?
But it definitely, to me, it has an old house
Yeah.
flavor to it.
Yeah.
Tastes
Yeah.
like an old house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the Hakushu 12. Yeah. That peat makes a world of difference. It's definitely less sweet and more astringent, I guess is how I would describe that. You can taste the alcohol in it at that 12. It has like a hay kind of flavor, a grainy kind of flavor.
Not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's different though. They're definitely brothers from different sides of the family for sure.
I think this one is more savory.
Ooh, yeah.
You can see that, right?
And that's why I think that it typically goes better with some of the smoked meats. I think that
This one
yeah.
it seems like more savory taste than the Yamazaki 12.
The Yamazaki 12 is definitely sweet. It's primarily sweet is how I would describe that. But the Hakushu 18, I don't know. I think that when I
12? 18?
or sorry, the Hakushu 12, when I look at them side by side, or when I look at the bar and I see them both open, I usually will go for the Hakushu 12 before I go for the Yamazaki. But the Yamazaki is very good, and each time I try it, I think, oh yeah, this is better than I remember it. All right, so now let's get to the one that I've been waiting for quite some time, the Hakushu 18.
Oh, it's not as good as Yamazaki 18. I can tell. I can tell by the face. You guys cannot see it, but I can see it.
You can definitely tell that it is the older version of the Hakushu 12, right? Duh.
No shit.
Yeah, right. Okay. But it doesn't seem to be as big of a departure. You don't get as much age on the 18 as you do on the Yamazaki 18. So the Hakushu 18, the difference between the Hakushu
It's
12...
sweeter. It's
sweeter?
It's weirder
It's
than
sweeter?
a 12.
Yeah, I get that.
The aftertaste, yeah.
But I'm saying the difference between the Hakushu 12 and the Hakushu 18 is much smaller than the difference between the Yamazaki 12 and the Yamazaki 18. The Yamazaki 12 and Yamazaki 18 is son and dad. Yeah, Hakushu 12 is younger brother. Hakushu 18 older brother. Like
Are
that's
you
kind of the difference.
disappointed they're not as peaty?
Yeah, I was hoping that there'd be a little bit more peat to it. I
Right?
think.
It's
Yeah.
reduced.
Yeah, let me try this one again though. Maybe take a second swing at it. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely older, but you just don't see. It's not as much of an improvement on the
Go
12
back again.
on the 18. Let me try the 12 now. The main difference is that the Hakushu 12 has a more like rough astringency, like a more alcohol-y flavor, where the 18 that has mellowed a little bit. But again, it's not as dramatic of a change. Oh, I got like cashews. That's pretty good. But the main difference is not nearly as big of a difference
Can I
between
go side
the
by
Yamazaki
side?
12. Which ones?
12 and 18.
Yeah.
Hakushu.
Let's try those.
I don't think that if you blindfold me and tell which one is 18, one is 12, I don't think I can because like you were saying, it's very slight different.
Yeah, the difference between the two is really, really subtle. And maybe that's just because the type of whiskey that it is, right? Maybe it just doesn't, the way that they make it is just not as affected by age, or maybe the age needs to be longer. So if you had like a Hakushu
25.
25, oh yeah.
I never seen 21. I've seen 25.
Is there 25?
Yes.
Oh,
Above
yeah.
4,000.
So yeah, I mean, still, I mean, there's Hibiki 21s that are, you know, Hibiki
Just
30s,
okay.
right? You're getting there, but yeah. So I think the difference between the two are not that much. I think you could actually probably do all right and just get the Hakushu 12 and avoid getting the Hakushu 18, unless you drink so much Hakushu 12 that you're really gonna notice the difference in the Hakushu 18.
But I think,
there's a difference.
but I think
You
we
drink a
want
lot.
to do a revisit though, for sure.
Yeah, I think so for sure. Yeah. All right, so let's try the two 12s side by side here. So we'll do the Yamazaki 12 and the Hakushu 12 and see how they compare. So I'm gonna go with the Yamazaki 12 first. And go with the Hakushu 12. They're actually pretty good side by side. And they're nice mixed together. You gonna try those two? But I think really ultimately,
You still prefer Hakushu 12 over?
I don't know.
What?
I'm starting to rotate back and forth. Maybe
It's a
just,
time and it has a time and place for each one, I guess.
there's definitely so I think the thing is that there's definitely a big difference between the two. They're completely different whiskeys, and so it's really gonna come down to what else is going on. If we're eating, again, sushi, we're eating something nice, a nice cut of fish, then I think Yamazaki is gonna be good. If you're eating cooked meats, you're eating barbecue, you're eating something heavier, something with the guy smoking, like with the fan on the smoke and
The
everything
hibachi.
like that, the hibachi.
The yakitori.
The Yamazaki is going to be too weak to really overcome that stuff. And you're just going to lose all the flavor on it. But the Hakushu will be a nice touch to it. All right, let's try the 18s side by side. So move those up. Oh, those glasses sound nice when they.
Oh, he's converting.
I'm getting there. Never rocks for life. So let's try the Yamazaki 18. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I think I ultimately think that the you want to try those?
Sure.
I ultimately think that the Hakushu 18, I hate to say it, but it kind of falls a little flat in comparison to the Yamazaki 18. I still
I
think,
mean, by the smell, you can tell.
yeah. I think that the Yamazaki 18 is probably going to be the best out of the four. Is it worth the money though and the hype?
At what price?
Yeah, of course it's the
No,
right
no, no.
price. But for me,
What price do you give
I
it?
think the 400 to 500 range is fair for it, for what it is. I mean, if you can't compare it to some like bourbon prices, other than, it'd be comparable to.
Is it fair to say that Hakushu 18 is not complex enough for the 18? For being 18?
It does lack complexity. It lacks complexity and it lacks distinction from the Hakushu 12.
Because I wanted to say, like, even Hibiki 17 is more complex than this one.
Oh man, we're throwing in Hibikis in this one.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We're just comparing, Japanese in the realm of the same Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when we got to the Hibiki 17, it really the Hibiki 17 really started to have more of that astringency as well. As I recall, it had a more grainy flavor to
Yeah,
it.
it more
but without
complex
the peat,
with-
basically.
More complex on like more facade on the
More
pro-
emphasis?
no facade,
Oh, facade?
facade on the taste notes more. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Multiple characters on the palette.
Yes.
Multiple notes. Multiple
yeah,
notes.
Yeah, it played many.
So-
The
so
Hibiki
AK
17 played many notes. Hakushu 18 seems to be sort of one note.
I'm like skeptic of like, are we missing something?
It's possible.
That's why I'm saying that we should like try it again
Yeah.
later. You know?
Maybe we just haven't drank enough of it. When we get to the bottom of the bottle, then we can probably figure it out.
But this better than Hibiki 17.
The Yamazaki
Yes.
18?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think so. I think
But
that,
I don't know. It's better than Hibiki 21.
oh, I mean, those are different. That's
I do not know.
That's a different weight class.
No, because I remember when I was tasting Hibiki 21, it was just like, okay, it's good.
Hibiki 21.
Yes.
Yeah, but
it
it's
was
also
not
because you
great.
compared it next to a Hibiki.
No, I haven't tried the 30
Yeah.
before the 21.
Oh, I see.
So we go 17 and 21 and 30.
Yeah.
But my point is, I don't know if 21 is better than 18.
I think I would put this one up against the Hibiki 21.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
for
what
sure.
I'm saying.
For sure. Hibiki 30, I mean, there's no comparison.
All right.
All right, so favorite out of the four?
Or was it a question?
I mean, Yamazaki, right?
This cookie.
Yeah. All right, so that is it. I think that I am proud of us for finally opening these up. Yay, good for us. We've had these on the bar for quite some time. It's multiple years at this point. And, we've talked about them and we've shown them before, and we're finally getting down to drinking them. And I think this is one of those cases where maybe you should not meet your heroes, because the Hakushu 18, it is good, right? But it doesn't
it's
live
obvious
up to...
it's better than a 12. Yes.
It is, yes.
Yes, it's better than 12. You can tell that it's older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not where the Yamazaki 18 is so much better.
Correct.
It's just such an improvement on the
Hey,
Yamazaki 12.
Yeah.
That,
I think you misspoke. You said Yamazaki.
No, I'm saying the Yamazaki 18 is so much better than the Yamazaki 12, whereas the Hakushu 18 is just slightly better
Slightly
than the
better,
Hakushu
yeah,
12. So
yeah.
if you're looking for value, then what I would do if I was going to buy these, I'd buy the Hakushu 12 for a daily drinker or a semi-daily drinker, Yamazaki 18 for when you're in Las Vegas with your beautiful wife.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for today's Whiskey Wander, where we did a taste through of the 4 of the most popular Suntory whiskeys really out there, excluding Hibiki. But the Hibiki age statements are
He be at home.
yeah, those are still at home. We left them at home on the vacation. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and really I hope you enjoy all of our videos. Whether
Hopefully
they are
this is kind of helpful, kind of like have you make a decision on which to go for.
Yeah, if you're taking our advice, complete, I'd say professional amateurs. We're pro-am at this point. We've got, we drink a fair amount of whiskey. Yeah, it might be the JV level, but we're still there. Maybe it'll give you a good perspective on what to buy if you're trying to juggle between the Hakushu 18 and the Yamazaki 18. You have the option and the budget to do so. I think I would go with the Yamazaki 18 first. And then, of course, you gotta have the Hakushu 18 if you're gonna have the Hakushu 12. It's just part of the collection. But yeah. So, other than that, I hope that you really enjoyed this video. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be back in the normal location for our next video. We just thought we'd do this one while we're out here. And but if you do like these videos, hit that button. It'll help the channel to grow. You get notifications when our newest videos come out on Sundays, when our shorts come out sort of randomly, and our other videos come out in between. Now, before I go, just remember, if you do find a whiskey that you love, even if it doesn't live up to your expectations,
Just buy it.
Just buy it. Hey, this is my life. Just buy it, because if you don't, somebody else surely will.
It might be your wife.
Everybody, have a great rest of your week. I'm out, and adios.